live and direct. She leads, she sells with Jennifer Mecham. She is mindset
Jennifer
coach,
Mecham.
world-renowned, leveraging Bob Proctor's famous thinking into results system. Growing up in the Rocky Mountains, she really fell in love with the Outer Banks, and it was watching the film The Secret where she realized thoughts become things. And also she realized the outer external is only a reflection of the internal. So when she's working with business owners who are dissatisfied, she starts with the inner work first. Welcome, Jennifer.
Well, thank you, Jay. I appreciate you having me on. That was a great introduction.
I try my best, you know? I try my best. Tell me, why is it mindset first and not strategy? I know people, they're snatching for strategy. Why is it mindset first?
Mindset is really the basis of where you begin. We are, and I learned this through my dad when he gave me the copy of The Secret. It was all based on what he was taught his whole life. He was taught to have a safe job, work hard, stay in a job where you have your retirement, your pension, all of that. But if you're basing your results on what everyone else has told you instead of working on that mindset, then that's as far as you can go. When you start implanting the seeds in your mind of the thoughts of exactly what you want, designing your life through intention, and it all starts with thought, that's when you can really catapult your life. But it all starts with the ideas we have in our minds of where we can go.
Love that. Just love the ideas you lay out there. You know, we all know from the Wright brothers, setting flight to Oprah creating her media empire, Taylor Swift, it all starts with the mind. But a little challenge here, like in terms of the book was based off The Secret, it was based off The Science of Getting Rich. I know Rhonda Byrne read that book.
Right.
Now, there's a big element of people who are mindset, affirmations, all of the things, but they still don't get the result. Now, I'd like you to maybe dig in. Why are the people who study mindset and these, why don't some of them get the results that they could get potentially?
Well, it's based on belief, and it's repetition. It depends on how religious you are in the repetition of the messages, the seeds that you're planting into your mind. And it's not just, say, reading or affirming. It's actually using the visualization process to imagine yourself already already in that position that you want, or you've really got to bring in belief. It's the feeling, it's our energy that we bring in with it. It's not just reading or writing. It's our energy, and we all are energy. Everything around us is energy. If you put yourself on your hand under a microscope, you'd see the cells, you'd see that you were vibrating in a very high speed of vibration. So we're all in a constant ocean of motion. And so it's up to us to dictate our feeling. This is a feeling universe. It's not a thinking universe. We can think thoughts all day long, but until we tie in the feeling and the belief, then nothing is going to change. So how do you change the feeling, the energy that you're carrying? It's through purposefully focusing on what's going good in your life right now. So people can say they want things all day long, but if you feel that you want it, it's always going to stay a want. You've got to imagine that you already have it and be grateful for what you do have. That's going to cause this feeling that you need to portray the energy out there to attract what it is you want.
That's a brilliant answer. That's great depth. Thank you for sharing.
I don't know how much you get in, or how much you know about the laws of energy and how that plays a factor in it, or our thoughts are creating the energy or feelings. But yep, we live
100%.
in a yeah, we live in an it is a feeling universe, and that's how it all works is through our feelings.
No, 100%. I said I was going to share the four eyes. And maybe you could critique it, maybe give some insights on it. But the way I see, for most people, when it comes down to development, they stick at the level of information. It's like, hey, look, I've got another certificate, information, yeah, limiting beliefs. Tony Robbins, yeah. I'm gonna remove my limiting beliefs, yeah. But then we move up to the next eye, which is implementation, where you've started to actually do the work, do the exercises, make, progress, serve other people. Implementation. I think a lot of people stick with information. And so I think when you stick with implementation long enough, you get special insights. And so I think it's the insights that allow you to make it your own. It's the insights that allow you to, all right, tweak this, so you've almost getting into the 10,000 hour law where you've putting in the work. At the top level, it's part of your embodiment, which is identity. And so the identity is shown through results, not through what you've said or what you've posted, but the outer results are just, things have got down to identity level. What's your thoughts on how I've broken that down? Anything I've missed?
Yeah, well, no, it is similar, to my teaching about this. It's basically the same thing. If we think about something so much, if we envision where we want, then that is going to force us into action. Now, a lot of people that critique The Secret and they think that the law of attraction is just attracting something magically or not putting in the work to get what you want. It's not about that at all. It's about the feeling, but also the behaviors that it's going to spark. So if you're say, okay, you've started this podcast because you have a vision of being a great podcast producer, well known. If you didn't have that vision, it wouldn't force you to reach out to people and set up these interviews and schedule these. So this is you putting your dream into action. It does take action, but there's a difference between working hard and working because you love it. When you work because you love it, it's not actually work.
Perfect. And I guess that brings me on to a question. How do you help the business owners that may feel they are leaning their ladder against the wrong wall? They may be chasing something that's not aligned. Like, why are they chasing? How do you help?
And well, most people are working too hard. They are putting in the grind, and they think that by doing everything all day long and really pushing that is the answer, because that's what we've been taught our whole lives, that working hard is going to get you there. But there's the difference between working hard and working smart. And when you realize, okay, you can't keep going on. And most small businesses actually fail. Over 75% of businesses fail. And that's because people work too hard trying to do everything, trying to juggle everything, and they burn out. And they don't see the results. And it's because they haven't put in the mind work to visualize that and to break it down on how they're going to put this into action. So we do teach the importance of doing that mind work. And that's by visualizing that goal. Most people don't actually have a certain say money goal. If you have a business and you want to earn this much money, you've actually got to write down a certain specific figure. Or if you're looking for your followers, you've got to actually visualize this certain figure. When you're planting the seed into your subconscious mind through repetition and emotion, that's actually going to bring it into form. But you have to do the mind work, the mindset work to get you there, and not just the hard work, the busy work.
No, that makes sense. What are some of the activities that you do with business owners to help the transformation?
So, mindset work is we have them start off with a strong morning routine, and that is where they are practicing writing out their goal, a very specific goal, and spending a few minutes writing this, journaling it every morning, and then visualizing their selves a few minutes every day where they want to be. And then we follow the 80/20 rule, where your goal is to grow. You're going to need help. You can't do it all by yourself. So your goal is to get rid of 80% of the busy work. Your goal is to focus on the 20% of the work that you really love to do that's going to catapult you. And the way to get rid of that busy work, it still needs to be done, but there's ways to do it so that you're not doing it all by yourself. There's people that you can ask for help. Or employees that you're going to have if you want to grow a business. There's technologies, all kinds of great technologies out there that can help you take the load off of your shoulders. Um, and that's your goal. Your goal is delayed gratification so that you can focus on growing this, reinvesting in these, in what you need to grow your business.
I like that answer. Reminds me of, not sure, have you dug into this book?
What is this?
10x is easier than 2x.
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't read that, but I know the philosophy. Yes.
Yeah, so it's just
It
a
is
case of
easier. That's what it
finding,
boils down to.
yeah, it's like what the 10x pathway is for somebody, and to get there, you're going to need help. And so it's not being afraid of getting the help, because as you've said quite rightly, there's people that has got your, like, where you lack, they're strong. And so that's why, the element of team is, quite strong and things like this. So yeah.
Yeah, you've got to look at yourself like a battery with your energy. But when you put a pack of batteries together, you can produce so much more energy, so much more impact when you have that, the people there. So a lot of people just get stuck on the how. I don't know how I'm going to pay an employee, or I don't know how this is or that. They just get stuck on the how. But if we knew the how, we'd already be there. So people have got to let go of that concept of thinking they have to have everything figured out first. When you just take the steps day by day and realize, okay, what's the first thing you can do to get the first activity you can get off of your plate? Let's focus on that one. Now this one, and just take it step by step. You'll never know how you're going to accomplish this goal. You won't have a clear picture of the exact how it's going to turn out. You just keep a vision, and if you stay persistent, it's going to happen.
Yeah, great concept there. Same authors wrote another book, Who Not How.
Who not
Again,
how.
yeah, where we're going to be thinking not how do I do it, but who has the result? Who has the contact? Who has got the result? Who can I leverage? And I think when you begin to think who, you begin to think bigger. But when you begin to think how, that's the scarcity, right? How?
That
All
is
the
a
answers are out there.
Right. And that's when mindset comes in. This is why the repetition and emotion of keeping your goal in mind, when you have this mixed with these processes, that's when the magic starts to happen. The people that will just come into your life at the exact moment you need them, the resources, everything just starts to align. So you have to trust that the way will unfold as you walk toward your goal. But the main thing I get that from most people is they just get stuck on the how.
Amazing. She leads, she sells. Let's touch upon sales. How do you sell? What does sales mean to you?
Say that again.
How do you sell? What does sales mean to you? Sales.
Selling to me is serving. If you don't sell, you can't serve. And selling, you can't stay in business if you don't sell. And you have to realize that your relationship with money is really a block for a lot of people. They feel that they don't deserve the money or that they're asking too much. They doubt their worth. They're afraid to get out there and say, this is what I'm worth. And this is, if they're putting in the work and their skills are increasing all the time, if you're making yourself valuable to society, if you're serving people, you absolutely deserve and should not back away from sales.
Ultimately, a sale is always being made, right?
In every situation, it
A
doesn't
sale
matter.
is always being made. Either we've sold ourselves the story that we're not good enough. We've sold ourselves the story of, she would never pay me $1,000 for this. Like, there's a sale happening either way. It's just in what direction we want the sale to go. Is the sale leading towards vision, or is the sale leading towards scarcity? That's the
Right.
element, right?
Yep. And I have to tell my clients all the time that I'll ask them and they say, well, we've reduced our costs. That never helps. It never helps for them to reduce their costs. The lower your price is, the lower your value is to people. So that's the first strategy. I say never reduce your cost. Always put your offer out there and meet that expectation, but don't reduce your price, because that's reducing your self-worth, your value to how people view you and your service. But thank you.
Wow, I think I could have you. Can I keep you on this podcast for 5 hours? Just have you all to myself, or?
Oh, well, I've surely had a nice time here.
Yeah. Leadership. Let's touch it. Leadership for me.
Leadership for you. So leadership actually is something that trickles down. You hear about the rising morale in the office. It's actually about leadership trickling down. When say your staff, your team, when they feel your confidence, when they feel your energy, when they feel they're valued, that's when you're going to attract the people you need to stay, or, the people that you need to help you at that time. Now, my mentor, Bob Proctor, from the very beginning, he started off with a cleaning service, and that's how he started in this business world, is starting a cleaning service. But from the get-go, he knew that by telling his employees that they needed to go out and start their own business. They needed the leadership, because you're never going to be a leader as an employee. It's great to learn the skills that you need throughout, but if you really are going to make it, you're going to have to get out there and lead people. And that all comes down to building up your team as you go. Building up their confidence, letting them know how valued they are, really listening to them. But also, leadership is about making hard calls too. So if you have someone that's pulling the rest of the team down with a bad attitude, then that's someone that you don't want on your team. Now, everybody has a bad day. That's just natural with humans. But if it's a consistent attitude, then that's something you don't want to mess with, because that's just going to slow your whole team down. So you have to walk that line of compassion, but leadership. And if there's someone in your team that's pulling you down, but you hold on to them, then that's your leadership showing weakness. So you've got to be strong in that area. If there's someone that you've just got to cut them loose and wish them well.
Well said. Great perspective there.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
With the common vision being the most important thing, aligned vision being important, and so maybe sticking with that. Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
Who's your ideal client? Who do you normally like to serve?
People who are driven, but people who are dissatisfied with their results. They've been working and they don't know why they're not getting the results, because they're putting in the time, they're putting in the effort, but they're just not getting there. And I just teach them how to take a step back and let's look at this, relax, and start to do it the right way, in a relaxed manner. Because if you go after things in a with a nervous, needy energy, it's never going to work. It's just, you're just going to burn out. And people sense this, clients sense this, prospects sense this. So your mindset is going to calm your energy and help you start attracting everything you need.
Why is the answer not getting a better strategy? Like, you're with someone, they're doing 20K a month, maybe they're doing okay. They want to scale it. Why is the answer not a new shiny strategy?
Well, strategy is the minute part of success. Success is actually 95% mindset and only 5% strategy. So you can strategize all day long, but people they'll chase the next shiny thing or this thing or that thing instead of just calming down and trusting themselves and trusting in universal alignment. Making sure that you're confident is more vital than chasing the next strategy and changing things up all the time.
I like the way you said that. Calm down. Calm down.
Calm down and trust and realize that the universe wants you to have everything you want,
Yes.
but you've got to put trust in the universe.
100%.
It is the universe is a friendly universe and wants us all to have what we want. We just have to actually put our trust in the universe and work with these higher powers and the power of your subconscious mind. When you're planting these seeds, everything has to happen by law. You just have to be put in the dedication to see your vision through.
Currently, I'm attacking this book. Love this book.
Energy Leadership.
Yeah. And like, from this book, I read it first about 2 years ago. I created 4 characters that I teach. Fearful Fiona, catabolic energy, always looking at the past. Serving Susie, the doing. And the next level, we look at Joyful Juliet, where the doing is with feeding, is with energy. And then the top level, Limitless Lara. That, hey, look, if I need to get an ads expert, available. If I need to get a joint venture partner, available. If I need to, get coached by Jennifer, she is available. She'll make a space for me. So that's what I'm reading right now. How about yourself? What are you reading right now?
I am rereading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Amazing.
Yep. It's just good golden nuggets in there all the time. I can read this all day long, every day. I mean, if you read just the story, and this is what we teach people, not just to read a book and set it down, but to study the book, really learn the book. You don't really know the book or the information until you're applying it, until it becomes part of your identity. So that's the importance of studying, not just reading. Like, I teach my clients to read this book all the way through one time and then break it down chapter by chapter and focus on reading one chapter a day, every day for 30 days. That way it's really planting itself into your subconscious mind. When you read the chapter on persistence every day for 30 days, all of a sudden every little obstacle that you see is nothing. It becomes nothing to you because you've planted this in your mind, like you know what it takes to keep going.
So should business coaches teach 95% the inner work if that's 95% of success?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Your results are going to come from your mindset. So if you don't second guess yourself, but see yourself in that vision and work toward that vision and focus on the 20% of activities and leveraging the 80%, and then just be consistent with those few activities, just a few, just the top, not all the busy work, but just a few. Just stay consistent. You will get there.
Wow.
But doing it in a nice, calmer, more relaxed, much more rewarding and fulfilling manner.
How can they get in contact with you?
Well, I've got my website, elevatedthinking.net. My email, hello@elevatedthinking.net. I would love to sit down and talk with anyone that's got a problem, this problem where they're putting in the work and they just don't understand why they're not getting the results. And this is what I was taught with my mentor, Bob Proctor. He taught people all over the world for over 63 years how to become wealthy. And I wanted to learn from the best, and that's why I sought out the mentorship of the best.
Amazing. How amazing it has been to connect with you, Jennifer.
It's been a truly great morning speaking with you, Jay.
God bless you. God bless the United States of America.
Well, thank you.
That's it. Thinking into results with Jennifer in the cyber building. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays to you too, Jay.
Ooh, that is Jennifer. Oh.